Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Cruise News. And in today's episode, Margaritaville at Sea offers a girls' night out package. Norwegian comes to the port of Baltimore. And finally, the very last country to have a bunch of COVID restrictions and protocols has finally gotten rid of all of those protocols. All of these stories are going to be in today's episode of Cruise News. All right, everybody, getting right into the news stories. Our first news story comes from Norwegian, and they are finally, for the first time ever, going to be coming to the port of Baltimore. So if you happen to live in the D.C. area and you like, cruising out of the port of Baltimore, Norwegian will now be an option for you. They are going to be sailing the Norwegian Sky, and the Norwegian Sun will now be sailing out of Baltimore. Some of these cruises are going to New England, Canada, Bermuda, and the Caribbean. That basically starts this, it's already started, I believe. The first one has already, set sail on the 1st, I believe. It was September 1st. The other one's a little bit later in September. But for the current, time being now, both of those ships are going to be available if you happen to live in that area, or that's kind of your closest cruise port is going to be in Baltimore, Maryland. You can now check out Norwegian, and that'll be, like I said, the Norwegian Sky and the Norwegian Sun is now available for sailings in Baltimore. All right, and everybody's favorite topic, COVID. Obviously, since the cruising started back up, it started with you had to be vaccinated, and you had to show your proof of vaccination. Then you had to show a proof that you got a negative COVID test. You had to wear your masks, all that good stuff. And as we know, that's kind of slowly, but surely dropped off. And now I don't really think there's any restrictions as far as here. But the last remaining holdout was Australia, and they have now finally decided to get rid of all of their COVID precautions or restrictions or whatever you want to call it. Australia, like I said, no more masks wearing that is required anyway. There's no testing requirements, no proof of vaccination requirements. That had actually been going on since April of 2022, so a little over a year they had been doing that, but they finally have went ahead and did away with that. So now there are no more restrictions on any sailings out of Australia as far as COVID is related. They did say, of course, they will keep making sure they do the sanitizing and the extra cleaning protocols and stuff like that. But as far as the actual cruise passenger, there won't be any more restrictions on having to get tests and all that stuff. So definitely good news coming out of Australia. All right, our next story comes from a cruise line that maybe not a lot of people have sailed, and that's the Margaritaville at Sea. This story I'm a little iffy on. Basically, the Margaritaville is offering a special, what they're calling the Girls' Night Out offer. So what this entails is basically it's going to be available on select cruises. This will take place only in September, at least for now. September 8th sailing, the September 14th, the 16th, the 22nd, and the 28th. Those are the sailings that are be available for the Girls' Night Out offer. Basically, Margaritaville's kind of they have the 2 and 3 day cruises, a much lower rate because the ship is a lot older. They basically take older ships that the main cruise lines weren't going to use anymore, and they refurbish them a little bit. And it's definitely a cheaper rate. But these leave from Palm Beach in Florida. Like I said, 3 and 2 day. 3 day and 2 day cruises. They go to Grand Bahama. I believe Freeport is the actual port stop they do, but it's Grand Bahama is the port that they stop at, only the one. And the Girls' Night Out offer will start at $149 per person. This includes, you get a welcome glass of sparkling wine, you get branded merchandise swag, whatever that entails for Margaritaville. You get a 5-drink punch card. You also get discounts at the spa, St. Somewhere Spa. You get free Wi-Fi on the ship, although I've heard that's not the best, but it is for free, so you can't complain about free Wi-Fi. And then there are casino and merchandise discounts. The entire website basically was saying, oh, bring your girlfriends along and, go out on a kind of a weekend cruise. Now, I got to say, I don't know how I feel about this in particular, the gender-specific discounts. I mean, are they basically saying, well, if you're a woman, you can get this special rate and you get all these perks, but not if you're a guy? I understand when bars and clubs do it because they want to get more women in, so they'll offer little specials. But as far as cruising, is there not enough women on cruises? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the gender-specific pricing. Like, if you're a man, can you get this special rate? Do you get all these discounts and free Wi-Fi, or is it only for women? I don't know. For some reason, that just... I don't know. I don't know if that sits right with me. It's not very kosher. You know, like I said, as far as cruising goes, I don't understand that. But hey, to each his own. Leave me a comment down below. Do you think it's cool that, you know, on a cruise ship that they have a special rate for women and then not a special rate for men? Now, granted, it did not say this is only, or you have to be a woman to get this. It just said girls' night out rate, so it didn't say no men can have it. But I mean, it kind of is implying, if it's called the girls' night out offer, that it's for girls. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of, you know, about a gender-specific pricing for certain genders. I don't know. To me, that sounds weird. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for today's episode of Cruise News. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I post cruise news and theme park news episodes on top of vlogging all of our adventures. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about Girls' Night Out or just any of the cruise stories in general. And as always, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.